Okay, guys, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Everyone, please stand up, shoulders down and back. Arms down by your sides, and begin with breathing. Inhale, allow the rib cage to expand, and exhale, allow the rib cage to contract. Lift your chest, shoulders glide down the back, collarbone is wide. Take a deep breath in and exhale. So start to pay attention to what is going on in your body. Start with the way that you're standing. Your toes are pointing forward. There's about a fist width distance between your feet. And you're feeling full activation throughout the legs because you're pressing into your heels. Lift your toes to make sure you're on the more solid parts of your feet. Just give yourself a little bit of a pelvic tilt. That's going to lengthen the lower back and draw the abdominals in. Let's go for one more deep breath, inhaling and exhale. And now pressing through your heels, start to grow taller and reach your arms up as you plug the shoulders down your back. And then exhale, push the air away. And inhale, grow taller. And exhale, push the air away. So all you're doing is breathing and you're moving your arms up and down. However, you should feel your entire body working. You should feel your glutes, your hamstrings activating because you're standing in that solid position that's allowing for full activation of your legs. And as you're reaching your arms overhead, keep your rib cage curled in, or tucked in rather. We always want to pull the abdominals in tighter as you're reaching overhead. On your next inhalation, rise onto the balls of your feet without losing your posture. Hold it. And exhale with control, lower to the mat. So this is like doing our footwork. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, lower to the mat. Keep going, guys. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, lower to the mat. Let's pick up the pace a little bit, make it a little bit faster. How long can we make our legs as we're rising up onto the balls of our feet? Keep going. Push the shoulders down the back. And lower. And inhale, rise up. And lower. Let's go for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay high on your toes. Bring your arms down by your sides. Roll your shoulders back, keeping your heels lifted. Sit back into a chair pose and lift your arms up. Take a look at your knees. Make sure that they're pointing forward. Your abs are pulled in. Curl the pelvis under slightly. And then press into your feet as you rise up and reach towards the ceiling. And sit back and hold. If this is bothering your knees, then lower your heels to the ground. Press into the balls of your feet and rise up. And again, let's do this 3 more times. And lift. And sit back, reach your arms up. Your biceps and your ears are in line with each other. Press into the balls of your feet and rise up. 1 more. Lift and hold. Draw the abs in, lower your heels and lift your heels. Lower your heels and lift your heels. And lower your heels and lift your heels. And lower and lift. And lower, and lift, and lower, and lift. Last 2, last 1. Keep the heels down, lower the tailbone, draw the abs in, and pulse your arms up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your arms by your sides, roll your shoulders back, place the hands on top of your hips, and start your running for 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Walk over to the very top of your mat. You have the mat long behind you. Stand up tall, bring one arm on top of the other, like a genie, and cross one leg behind you, and with grace and control, lower to the mat. Lay down on your backs, draw the knees into your chest, and give yourselves a big hug. For the 100, lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat, looking into yourself. Extend the legs into a high diagonal and begin to pump your arms up and down by the side of your hips. Pump vigorously. This is your warm-up. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep it going, guys. Start to pump vigorously. Lengthen those legs from the hips all the way to your toes. Make them super long. Lift a little bit higher. Keep it going. Breathe in and breathe out. Deepen the abdominals in and up. Breathe in and breathe out. One more. Breathe in and breathe out. Draw the knees into your chest. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders to the mat, and extend your legs long for your roll up. Flex your feet hard, hug the legs into the midline, and lift your arms up directly in front of you. Take a deep breath in as you inhale. Lift your shoulders off the mat, draw the abs in deeper, and reach over your toes. Exhale. Inhale, begin to roll back. Exhale, lower and articulate the bones to the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. Inhale, begin to roll back, vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, lower to the mat. And inhale, lift. Reach your fingertips far away from your belly button and begin to roll back, maintaining that C curve as long as you can. Keep it going. And reach forward and lower to the mat. Hug the legs to the midline, reach forward and lower to the mat with control. Keep it going. We have 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Reach over your toes, lower to the mat with control, and draw your knees into your chest. Take a little bit of a rest. Extend the left leg out long on the mat, flex your foot. Grab onto the back of the right leg for limbering up. Elbows are wide to the side, you're staring at the ceiling. Extend the leg to the ceiling and bend at the knee. Extend to the ceiling and bend at the knee. 1 more, extend to the ceiling, hold it here. Flex your foot and point your toes. Flex your foot and point your toes. Flex your foot and point your toes. Now flex and hold. Plant your tree to the ceiling and begin to walk up that leg, bringing your upper body with you. Bring the nose to the knee and then slowly begin to walk down that leg, articulating back to the mat. Walk back up and walk back down. 1 more time, walk back up and walk back down. For your leg circles, keep that leg lifted and towards the ceiling, turn it out, and then bring the leg across to the opposite shoulder, around and up. What is the rest of your body doing? Only the leg moves. Keep your shoulders and your hip bones squared the whole time. 2 more. 1 more. And now reverse it. We go around, across, and up. Around, across, and up. Around, across, and up. Always circling into the midline. Let's go for 2 more. Draw the abdominals in and up. 1 more. Hold it. Knees to chest and switch sides. Hold on to the opposite leg and limber up for 1 and 2, and 3. Now extend and hold, flex your foot, point your toes, flex and point. One more, flex and point, hold it here, flex your foot, plant your tree, and walk up your tree. And now walk down your tree, and walk up your tree, and walk down your tree. One more, walk up, and walk down, and prepare for your leg circles. Turn the leg out, keep your foot flexed. Bring it across to the opposite shoulder, around and up. Bring it across, around and up. So feel that full rotation of the hip. Feel that leg getting longer, and feel your body nice and solid on the mat. One more, hold it here, sharp stop, and reverse it. Around, across, and up. Around, across, and up. Around, across, and up. That movement comes from your abdominals. We go for one more. Hold it here. Knees into your chest, rock up to a seated position, and then move yourself to the top of the mat, grabbing onto your ankles for rolling like a ball. Lift your feet off the mat. Your toes are long and soft. Round into yourself. Forehead goes into your knees. Your back is in a C curve. Roll to the tips of your shoulders. As you exhale, inhale, roll back up and balance. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, roll back up and balance, and let's flow. We roll back to roll up. 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 One more. Roll back to roll up and hold. Hold it here. And before you come down, extend the left leg out to a high diagonal. Place the inside hand on the knee and the outside hand on the opposite ankle. And lower with control to begin your ab series. Exhale fully as you bring that right knee in. Inhale to switch. Exhale, pull the left knee in. Inhale to switch. Exhale, bring the right knee in. Inhale to switch. Exhale, bring the left knee in. Inhale to switch. And let's switch to tempo. We inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Lift a little bit higher. Keep the legs hugging into the midline. So even if they're rubbing together, that's perfectly fine. Navel draws in and up, and you're lifting higher through your shoulders. Collarbones are wide. Keep it going. That leg that lengthens out is as straight as a rod. We have 2 more. 1 more. And hug both knees into your chest for your double leg stretch. Wring your lungs of all the air, and on your next inhalation, reach out into an oppositional high diagonal with your arms and your legs. Circle the arms around, pull the knees back in. Inhale, reach up and out. Exhale, circle and pull back in. Deepen your abdominals. Lift a little bit higher through the shoulders. Keep looking into yourselves. Long arms, long legs. Almost like you're between 2 panes of glass when you're extending those legs out. Make a full circle with your arms for 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it here. Take both legs, lift them to a 90-degree angle and flex your feet. Reach for one ankle and allow the other leg to lower to 2 inches off the ground. Give it 2 pulls, switch legs, pull, pull, and switch. Again, keeping everything nice and tight to the midline. Your shoulders are lifted off the mat and your abs are pulled in. Keep it going. This is one of my favorite ones. I love that stretch in the back of the leg, as well as how my abs work hard in this one. We have 3 more. 2. 1 more, and we get to take a break. So lower the head, neck, and shoulders. Look side to side and prepare for your lower lift. Lift your shoulders off the mat, look into yourself and bring your legs up to 90. Hug the legs to the midline and bring your feet to Pilates stance. Overlap one hand over the other and inhale as you lower for a count of 3, 2, 1. Exhale on the way up, which is your exertion. Inhale as you lower for 3, for 2, for 1. And exhale on the way up. Inhale as you lower for 3, for 2, for 1. Exhale on the way up. Inhale, lower, 3, 2, 1. Exhale on the way up. Inhale, lower, 3, 2, 1. Exhale on the way up. Now, quick lower for 1. Inhale and exhale. Lengthen those legs. Make those legs longer as they begin to rise up. And lower for a quick 1. And exhale, 3, 2, 1. And inhale, lower. And exhale, 3, 2, 1. Lift the shoulders a little bit higher. And lift, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower. And lift, 3. Inhale, lower, 2, 1. And inhale, lower. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Bring both legs into tabletop for your crisscross. Widen your elbows out to the side. Lift a little bit taller. Now extend the right leg out. Bring the right armpit to the left knee. Hold it here. Lift a little bit higher. Bring that elbow towards the ceiling. Lift a little bit higher. Hold. And return to center. Other side, extend. First one in slow motion. Rotate, lift. Rotate again, lift a little higher. Rotate one more time, lift a little bit higher. And return to center. One more time, slow. Rotate a little bit, lift that elbow towards the ceiling. Rotate more, lift a little higher towards the ceiling. Rotate one more time. Try to touch the ceiling with that elbow. Come back to center. Extend the other leg out. Rotate. Lift your elbow to the ceiling. Lift a little bit higher. Lift a little bit higher. And then come back to center. And now rotate. And let's go for 3, for 2, for 1, and center. Other side, 3, 2, 1, and center. 3, 2, 1, and center. What is your body doing as you're switching the legs? Is your body swaying side to side? Keep those abs pulled in and up. Opposite leg straightens fully. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Switch. 3, 2, 1. And switch. 3, 2, 1. And switch. 3, 2, 1. And switch. One more like this. And let's go for singles. We go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to your chest. Rock side to side. Place your feet on the mat. Let's do 2 bridges. Tuck your pelvis under. Bring your arms overhead. Keep the lower back on the mat. Press into your heels. Lift your hips and press your arms down by your sides as you lift a little bit higher. And then begin to lower your hips to the ground, bringing your arms overhead. Lengthen those arms, draw those abs in tight. One more time. Lift the hips up, press your arms down, press your triceps hard to get those hips up. Hold it. And now lower all the way to the mat. Extend your legs out, hug the legs in, and roll up to a seated position, preparing for spine stretch forward. For spine stretch forward, open your legs as wide as the mat is wide. Navel pulls in. I want you to sit up so tall. Tall doesn't mean sitting up straight. Tall means that you're sitting slightly forward. So get that rib cage lifted, even if you have to place your hands here and feel your rib cage going up higher. Plant your sits bones into the ground and extend your arms long. Now imagine that there's a barbed wire fence right here. Tuck your chin to your chest. Nose to navel, and crown of the head reaches towards the ground, but you don't get very far. You're just reaching forward. There's a whole idea is that you're pulling that belly button back. Reach forward, hold it here. Now restack your spine. And lift, grow taller. Curl into yourself, chin to chest, nose to navel, crown of the head towards the ground. Reach forward and feel your lower back almost like stretching because you're pulling your abs in so tightly. And then come back up. The misconception is that a lot of people think that they actually have to touch their head to the ground. No, spine stretch forward happens in the upper part of your upper back. Now, I'm not the best model for this because I have a very flat back, but round your upper back and feel your abs pulling in. We're doing a total of 5, so we have 2 more. So lift the rib cage, create length in your body, and then reach forward. Keep your feet flexed and your legs straight. And one more. Lift and hold, chin to chest, nose to navel, crown of the head towards the ground. Reach it here and feel that opposition from your fingertips to your belly button pulling back. And then restack your spine. Grab the backs of your legs. Make sure that you have room behind you for the double leg rocker. Remember, you have options. You can always roll back with your hands here, or you can place the hands on your calves or ankles. Hold it here, balance, and then round out your back. Roll to the tips of your shoulders. Roll back up, hold. Roll back up, and hold. And roll back up, and hold. And let's take it to flow. Roll back, to roll up, roll back, to roll up, roll back, to roll up. One more. Roll back, to roll up and hold. Bring the legs together in your teaser. Lift your rib cage, navel draws in, and arms are extending parallel to the legs. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, keep the legs lifted. Lower yourself to the ground with control and lift your legs up for your corkscrew. Point your toes, keeping the legs even. Circle to the right. Stop at the center. Circle to the left. Stop at the center. Remember the single leg circles. Same idea. Keep your box stable. Movement comes from the powerhouse. The powerhouse isn't a specific thing. It is a correct set of actions. So when your shoulders and your hips are stable, when your abs are pulled in and the movement is initiating from your abdominals, that is your powerhouse. Keep it going, guys. All right, so from here, if you want, lift your seat 4 vertebrae off the ground and then circle to the right. Lift and circle to the left. Lift and circle to the right. Lift and circle to the left. Lift and circle to the right. Last one. Lift and circle to the left. Draw your knees into your chest. Rock up to a seated position. Open the legs wide and let's prepare for our saw. Again, sitting up nice and tall like we did for spine stretch forward. Lengthen through that spine. Bring your arms out to the periphery. Press your right sits bones into the ground. Grow taller and rotate to the left. Now keeping your right sits bone plugging in, your back arm is lifted and you're sawing off your pinky toe for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift and hold, rotate your body. Plug your left sits bone and reach for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift and hold and rotate and reach for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift and hold and rotate and reach for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift and hold and rotate and reach for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift and hold and reach and rotate for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift and hold and reach and rotate for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift and hold and reach and rotate for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift and hold. Let's go for one more. Lift and reach and rotate for 3, for 2, for 1. And up, and last one. 3, 2, 1, and lift. And now lay on your stomachs for Swan. Placing the hands directly under your shoulders. Wrap your elbows around your rib cage, look towards the ground, and press your hip bones into the ground. Now, lift the hands off the ground. Lift your chest off the ground. Hold it here. How long can you sustain this height? Press your hip bones harder. Draw those abs in and try to lift a little bit higher. Now lower the hands to the ground and lower yourself to the ground. Lift the hands off the ground. Squeeze between your shoulder blades. Lift your upper body as one unit and hold. Lift a little bit higher if your body allows you to. Keep hugging the legs to the midline. Keep pressing the hip bones into the ground. Place the hands on the ground and lower to the mat. This time, press your hands into the ground so that your elbows are at a 90-degree angle. Hold it here. Now lift your hands off the ground. Can you sustain this height? Hold it here. And if you choose, press your hands into the ground for full swan. Straighten out your arms. Actually bring your hands forward. And then let yourself go and begin to rock forward and back. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take a rest. Sit back in your child's pose. And when you come back, place your forearms and your elbows on the mat. Now, I want you to focus on really digging those elbows in to the point where you're just pulling them back in order to widen your collarbones and press harder through your hip bones. Hug your legs into the midline. Means zip up those legs, squeeze them together. And we're going to do the single leg kick. Now, this is as much a posture exercise as it is a hamstring exercise. Flex, kick, kick, point, and reach. When that leg reaches the ground, it lengthens. Other leg, flex, kick, kick, point, and reach. Keep lifting through your chest. Keep widening your collarbones and drawing your abdominals in and up. Keep it going. So it's like you're working in opposition. Your hip bones are the center point where your upper body is reaching away from the hip bones. Your lower body is reaching away from the hip bones as well. Keep it going. We have 5 more. 4, 3, 2. What's going on with that upper body? 1 more. All right. Now lower all the way to the mat. We're only doing 5 on each side of the double leg kick. So place one hand over the other on top of your bra strap. And sometimes your flexibility is not very cooperative on every single day. Don't worry about it. Allow the elbows to drape and then lower your cheek to one side. Hug the legs to the midline. 3 kicks, 1 further, 2 further, 3. Clasp the hands. Lift your chest. Open up your chest. Turn to the other side. 3 kicks. 1, 2, 3. Lift and reach. And other side. 1, 2, 3. Lift and reach. And other side. 1, 2, 3. Lift and reach. And other side. Are you pressing your hip bones into the mat? If you're not, your body's going to be shaking and moving all directions. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Lift and reach. And other side. 1, 2, 3. Lift and reach. Turn your face to the other side. 1, 2, 3. Lift and reach. And turn 1 more on both sides. 1, 2, 3. Lift and reach. And turn. 1, 2, 3. Lift and reach. And lower all the way to the mat. Sit back and stretch it out. Come on to all fours. Let's do a couple of cat and cows to release the back. Lift and drop the head. Lift the chest and drop the head. 1 more. And let's prepare for a neck pull. So take a seat on your mat. This is probably one of the hardest, most humiliating exercises there is in Pilates, but I still do it. I still recommend it. I'm not perfect at it. And I want you to do it too. So let's place the hand behind the head. Okay, thus neck pull. You're placing one hand over the other, overlapping your hands behind your neck. Your legs are long and straight. Now, lengthen through the body first, and then from your upper body, and you're familiar with this already, tuck your chin to your chest, round out your upper body, and this time do bring the crown of your head towards your knees, as far as your body will go. Now lift, straighten your body again, begin to lean back all right? And you're gonna reach that sticky spot where you're just gonna wanna let go. Don't. Use your abs, hold it here, hold it here. Keep those elbows out to the side. And now tuck your pelvis under and as best as you can, articulate to the mat. Now it's easy to come down, it's not so easy to come back up. So in this case, I recommend you bend the knees slightly, place the hands behind your thighs, and begin to lift. Once you're lifting, you're rolling forward already. Once you're past that sticky spot, continue just like you did. Lift, straighten, and begin to lean back. And then tuck your pelvis under and lower with control to the mat. Now begin to lift. And if you can lift all the way with your elbows out to the side, please do so. More power to you. Continue and then roll forward. And now lift. Create that length of your spine. Look straight ahead. Space between your neck and your sternum. Begin to lean back. Draw those abs in and up. Tuck your pelvis under. Lower all the way to the mat. Lift. Hold it here. Hold on to the backs of your thighs. Round forward. Keep pulling those abs in tight. And then lift up and hold. Lengthen through the spine. Begin to lean back. Hold it here. And then tuck your pelvis under and lower. One more. And begin to lift. Once you can't anymore, use that little bit of support and then get right back to it. Round forward. Lift all the way up. Hold it here. Begin to lean back. Go as far back as your waistband. Tuck your pelvis under and roll down. Hug both knees into your chest. And from the neck pull, let's take it to roll over. Now, roll over is not meant for everyone. If you have spinal or neck issues, go back to doing a roll up, which we did in the beginning. For roll over, hug your arms in tight and press into your triceps. Extend your legs to a 45-degree angle. Open the legs and flex your feet. Lift your legs overhead so that they're practically touching the ground. Close the legs, point your toes, and begin to lower vertebrae by vertebrae to the mat. Extend the legs long. Open and flex. Lift and reach. Close and point. And begin to lower vertebrae by vertebrae, resisting on the way down. One more. Open and flex. Lift and reach. Close and point. Imagine keeping your feet where they are and just lowering through your spine and feeling that stretch. Extend the legs, keep them closed, open them for about a second, and then close the legs again. Close them tight. Now lift and reach, open and flex, lower vertebrae by vertebrae. Close and point, lift and reach, open and flex, lower vertebrae by vertebrae. One more. Close and point, lift and reach, open and flex, and lower vertebrae by vertebrae to the mat. Close the legs, hug the knees into your chest. Extend the legs out and roll up to a seated position. And let's take it into twists. So legs are extended long. You're hugging your legs into the midline, drawing the navel in. Overlap one hand behind the other. And I like to do this with the hands behind the head because I think it forces you into a bigger twist than just opening the arms out to the side. So lift up nice and tall and then turn towards your device from the waist up. So your hips are still pointing in the same direction. Take this elbow, the one that's pointing towards the back, and reach it further back for 3, for 2, for 1. Return to center. And then rotate in the other direction for 3, for 2, for 1, and return to center. Lift a little bit taller and rotate for 3, for 2, for 1, and rotate to center. And lift a little taller and rotate 3, 2, 1, and return to center. And grow taller and rotate for 3, for 2, for 1, and return to center. Lift a little bit taller and rotate 3, 2, 1. Return to center. One more. Grow taller and rotate. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Lift and rotate for 3, for 2, for 1. And return to center. Lower your arms down to your side and shake out your legs. And let's do the Sidekick series. So roll over to one side. Moving over to the back part of your mat. Anchor your elbow and your tricep into the mat. Place one hand on the ground and extend the legs long. Take the top leg, pointing the toes downward. Flex the leg forward, kick once, kick twice, point and reach all the way to the back. And make sure that you have room behind you so that you have a full range of motion. And kick forward once, further twice, and reach the back. And forward once, further twice, and reach the back. Forward once, further twice, and reach the back. For 1 and 2, and reach the back. And 1 and 2, and reach the back. Keep going. 1 and 2, reach the back. 1 and 2, and reach the back. Last 3, 1, 2, and reach the back. Last 2, 1, 2, and reach the back. Last 1, and reach the back. Come back to center, flex your feet, and lift for 3, for 2, for 1, and lower. And lift 3, 2, 1, and lower. Lift 3, 2, 1, and lower. Lift 3, 2, 1, and lower. Lift 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. 5 little circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold and lower for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift for 1. Lower 3, 2, 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 1, and lift. Lower the leg and big circles. Now, before you start the big circles, shoulders stacked, hips are stacked, navel draws in and up. Only the leg making the circle moves. Really big. When I say big, I mean really big. Use all the space that you have. Touch the heel on the way down. One more in this direction. Make it 5. And reverse it for 5. Go all the way back, lift, rotate that hip. 4, 3, 2, make that leg go crazy, and 1, perfect. Turn the leg out, point your toes for develop A's, tap, lift, flex and lower. 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 Last 1, and reverse it. Other way. 1. Open that hip out. I love this exercise. It's a great hip opener, and it's a fantastic leg toner. Keep it going, guys. We have 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the leg up. Wrap your hand around your ankle and place the foot down. Open up your chest, flex your other foot, and let's lift for 3, for 2, for 1, and lower. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Let's spend a little extra time doing inner thighs today. I find that to be such an ignored muscle. Keep it going. 1, 3, 2, 1, lower, and then lift for 1 and lower for 3, for 2, for 1, and lift. Lower 3, 2, 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 1, lift and hold. Point your toes this time. Give me 5 little circles to the back for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bigger circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is your leg turned out? 5 and reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex your foot. Little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take the top leg and extend it out. Flex both feet. Bottom leg only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Point toes in opposite directions and little beats for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Very nice. Now flex both feet. Take the bottom leg, bring it forward, back leg back, top leg back. Hold it here. And then return to center. Top leg forward, bottom leg back. And return to center. Bottom leg forward, top leg back. And return to center. Top leg forward, bottom leg back. And return to center. Bottom leg forward, top leg back. And return to center. Top leg forward, bottom leg back. And return to center. Bottom leg forward, top leg back. And return to center. Top leg forward, bottom leg back. And return to center. Bottom leg forward, top leg back. And return to center. Top leg forward, bottom leg back. And return to center. Hold it here. Take the elbow, bring it in. Bend at your knees. We haven't done clamshells in a while. Lift your feet off the ground and open and close, and 2 and close, and 3 and close, and 4 and close, and 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's open and kick for 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And release your feet to the ground. Roll over onto your stomach. Lift your legs off the ground and begin to beat your legs together for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back and stretch it out. And let's do the other side. So set yourself up on the mat so that your elbow and your tricep are pressing into the mat. Your legs are extended long. Flex both feet. Square your shoulders, square your hips, navel draws in and up, top leg lifts about 6 inches away from bottom leg. Flex, kick, kick, point and reach. Now the rest of your body remains stable. And one trick to help you, and it's not easy, is to take the leg that's on the bottom that's not doing anything, really activate it, make it longer, and press the heel of that leg into the ground and the outside part of the foot. So you're kicking forward once, twice further, and then all the way back. Keep it going, guys. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And then come back to your side, come back to your beginning position, and then lift the leg up for 3, for 2, for 1, and lower. 3, 2, 1, and lower. 3, 2, 1, and lower. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Last 2, and lower. Last 1. Hold it here. Keep your foot flexed. Little circles for 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Reverse 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and hold. Lower for 3, for 2, for 1, and lift. Lower 3, 2, 1, and lift. Lower 3, 2, 1, and lift, lower 3, 2, 1, and lift, lower 3, 2, 1, and lift, and lower all the way down. Now, big circles, really anchor the rest of your body onto the mat. Take the top leg, give me a big circle without moving anything else, just the leg. Big circle to the front. Last 2. Last 1. Bring it forward and other direction. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Perfect. All right, take your leg, turn it out, point your toes, tap, lift, flex and lower. Tap, lift, flex and lower for your develop A's. Navel pulls in, rest of your body does not do anything. It's like a statue. It just stays there. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. And reverse it. 9 more. Keep it going, guys. Keep that hip turned out. Keep that knee pointing towards the ceiling. Last 5. Point those toes. You always want to work your feet as well as everything else because your feet are what's supporting you. Always maintain strength and flexibility through your feet. 1 more. And lift the leg up. Grab onto your ankle. Place the foot in front of you. Press your foot into the mat and take the other leg and lift for 3, for 2, for 1, and lower. Let's work that inner thigh. Keep that leg balanced. And lower. 3, 2, 1, and lower. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Lift and hold, and lower for 3, for 2, for 1, and lift. 3, 2, 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 1, and lift and hold. Point your toes, and let's go for little circles the size of his inner plate for 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Reverse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex your foot. 10 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take your top leg and extend it out. Hold it here and just tap up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Point your toes out in the opposite directions. And now for beats for 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Only the legs move. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Elbow comes onto the mat. Bend at your knees. Lift your feet off the ground for clamshells and open and close. And 2 and close. 3 and close. 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep your feet off the mat. Really open through that hip without compromising the hip. You don't want to fall back. Now open, kick together and close. Are you starting to slack into your shoulder? Don't do that. Keep your chest lifted and open. Keep going, guys. We have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's return to our mat. For a grand finale, extend your legs out. Hold it here. Flex your feet. Take your bottom leg, extend it forward, and then bring your legs together and take the top leg and extend it forward and bring them together. Top leg, bottom leg forward, top leg back, together, top leg forward, bottom leg back, and together. Bottom leg forward and together, top leg forward and together. bottom leg forward and together, top leg forward and together, bottom leg forward and together, top leg forward and together. One more. Other side. And bring both legs together, lower to the mat, roll over onto your backs and hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side. And let's take it into our jackknife. So make sure that you have room behind you. And again, if the jackknife feels a little bit too brutal for you, because it is a rolling back action, then my recommendation is to either do a roll up or to do something that works for you, anything that we already did. So press your arms into the mat, your triceps, your arms are long by your sides. Lift your legs up and bring them overhead to touch the ground behind you. Jackknife up. So your eyes and your toes should be in line with each other, and resist lowering on the way down. Bring the legs forward to a 45-degree angle, and then quickly bring them back behind you to a 45-degree angle. Begin to roll down, resist on the way down, and then bring the legs out again. Now reach your legs overhead, 45-degree angle, lift the legs up, hold it, resist on the way down, and bring them out to 45. One more. Bring them overhead, lift them up, hold it, and begin to lower. Bring them to 45 degrees, and then hug your knees into your chest, and we're ready for a teaser. Arms are long by your sides. Let's begin with teaser 1. Begin with the legs in tabletop. Simultaneously extend your legs to a high diagonal and lift your upper body and tease gravity. And the first one never counts. Hold it here. And then lower to the mat, bring the legs back into tabletop and lift again. Hold. Lower to the mat, legs into tabletop. One more, lift and hold. Lower to the mat, legs into tabletop. Now hug your knees into your chest. That was teaser 1. Teaser 2 is a quick one. Begin the same way. Legs into tabletop. Arms are close by your sides. Lift and hold. Whoops, hold it here. Now, lift your arms and find the wall behind you. Grow a little bit taller. Lower the legs, lift the legs. Lower the legs, lift the legs. Lower the legs, lift the legs, and hold. Now with control, bring your knees in and lower to the mat. Hug the knees into your chest. For teaser 3, this is the easiest one I find. Start the same way. Lift. Whoa. Tease gravity. Now, lower all the way down. Bring your arms overhead, barely touch the ground, and come back up. Lower and whoa, come back up. And lower and come back up. Let's just do one more and come back up. And then knees to chest and rock side to side. And from our teaser, we're taking it into our Glute Bridge series. So place your heels on the ground. Excuse me. Pull your heels in towards you. Tuck your pelvis under and lift your hips up. Lift a little bit higher. Your toes and your knees are pointing forward. Your pelvis is tucked under. Take the working leg and extend it out long. So it's at the same height as your supporting leg. Point your toes, lift, flex, and lower. Lift the hips up higher. Lift, flex, and lower. Lift the hips up higher. Lift, flex, and lower. Get those hips up higher. Keep it going. Lift, flex, and lower. Lift, flex, and lower. Lift, flex, and lower. Lift, flex, and lower. Last 2. Last 1. Lift and hold, point your toes, and make little circles on the ceiling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg, point your toes, bring the knee in, and extend the leg out. Lift the other hip higher. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And bring the knee in, lower the foot to the ground. Lift your hips up higher and extend your other leg out, point your toes. Lift, flex, and lower. 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 Keep going, guys. Keep lifting up those hips up nice and high. Last 2. Last 1. Lift the leg up long towards the ceiling. Take it to those circles for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Reverse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it into tabletop and extend it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower your foot to the ground. Lower your hips to the ground. Hug your knees into your chest. And let's do some reformer work on the mat. So arms are long by your sides. Flex your feet. No, actually, bring your heels together, knees slightly apart, and let's frog the legs out. Point and flex your feet and bring it back in. Frog the legs out, point and flex, and bring it back in. Frog them out, point and flex. Bring the legs back in. Keep going, guys. Navel pulls in and up. You're extending the legs long away from the midline of the body. Use your abs to move the legs. Last 2. Widen your collarbone, look up straight to the ceiling, hold it here. Pull the abs in tighter, lengthen the legs longer. Point your toes and wrap the legs. 1 over and under for 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do coordination. Keep the legs long, bend at your elbows, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Lower your hands, open and close the legs, and lift your arms. Lift higher, open and close. Lift your arms up, open and close. Lift your arms up. Keep your head, neck, and shoulders lifted off the mat. Keep it going. Open and close the legs. We have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest, rock up to a seated position, and fold the edge of your mat. Kneeling Sidekick series. Place one hand under your shoulder and extend the opposite leg out. Place a hand behind the head, hold it here, and open through your chest. Leg is long, lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lift and hold. And bring the leg forward and back, forward and back, 3 and back, 4 and back, 5 and back, 6 and back, 7 and back, 8 and back, 9 and back, and 10 and back. Hold it here. Bring one arm towards the ceiling, open your arms out into a T and bring both knees together. And let's do both the other side. So place your other hand on the ground. Place your hand behind the head, hold it here. Imagine that you're squeezing a lemon between your armpit, your arm and your rib cage. Now lift and lower, 2 and lower, and 3 and lower, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and hold. Bring the leg forward and back, 2 and back, 3 and back, 4 and back, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back to center, bring both knees together, and sit on one side for your mermaid. So lower your hips to one side, hold it here, and place one hand on top of your shin, reach one arm up, hold it, lengthen first, move your typewriter, and then reach over and hold. Come back to center, lengthen first, shoulders plug down the back, move your typewriter to the side, which meaning your rib cage, move it in that direction to maximize the stretch on this side. One more, lengthen first, and then reach in the opposite direction and hold. Now open your arms out to the side, palms are facing the ceiling, and then lower to the mat. Bring your other arm overhead. So imagine that you're holding on to a magic circle between both hands. Hold it here. And then come back up, place the hands behind you, do a teaser, and then go over to the other side. So for the other side, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders are down and back, reach one arm up. Lengthen first, move your typewriter. You will find that one side is not as limber as the other. That's okay. Just work with it, not against it. And then reach over, and then come back up. And lift and lengthen, and reach over, and come back up. And lift and lengthen, and reach over, and come back up. Hold it here. Open your arms out to both sides. And then for your counter stretch, reach over and feel that stretch in the other direction. And now come onto your stomach for swimming. So undo your mat. Lay on your stomach and extend both arms out. Hold it here. Lift your arms and legs out of the water and begin to lift and lower and start to swim. We inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it here. Lift a little higher. Lift a little higher. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Sit back, stretch it out. Take a seat at the top of your mat for your seal puppy. So, soles of the feet together. Bring the hands together and then dive them through. Hold on to your ankles. Lift your feet off the mat and clap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Roll back. 1, 2, 3. Roll up. 1, 2, 3. Roll back. 1, 2, 3. Roll up. 1, 2, 3. Roll back. 1, 2, 3. Roll up. On the last one, not a requirement, but you could always use momentum to stand up. And if you can't stand up that way, then do whatever you can to get yourself to a standing position and have the mat directly in front of you. So, draw your navel into your spine, reach your arms up, and then dive over that barbed wire fence, placing your hands 12 inches away from your feet. Begin to walk your hands forward. Navel pulls in and up. 3 Pilates push-ups. 1, or just hold a plank. 2, and 3. Now, pike your hips up and begin to walk the hands back. Immediately placing the heels on the ground, stopping 12 inches away from your toes, and begin to roll up. Bring your arms up, take a deep breath in. Exhale, dive forward. Hands on the ground and walk it out. 3 Pilates push-ups. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Begin to walk it back. Press your heels into the ground. Roll up. Reach your arms up. Dive forward one more time. Walk it out. Let's skip the push-ups and let's go straight to front support. So front support, squeeze your legs together. Take your right foot lifted an inch off the ground. Point your toes so your foot is at the same height as your left ankle. Shift forward, shift back. 2 and back. 3 and other side. For 1, 2, 3, other side. 1, 2, 3, other side. 1, 2, and 3. Lower your foot to the ground, navel draws in and up. Begin to walk your hands back. 12 inches away from your feet. Begin to roll all the way up. Roll your shoulders back. From here, bring your feet into Pilates stance. So we're gonna end class the same way we started class. Rise up onto the balls of your feet and lower your heels. Rise up onto the balls of your feet and lower your heels. Rise up onto the balls of your feet and lower your heels. This time, rise up onto the balls of your feet. Stay where you are. Bring your arms up overhead. Shoulders are down and back. Grow taller. Plug the shoulders down again and grow even taller. And stay tall for the rest of your day. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 12:15 for a total body class. Guys, thank you so much for being patient with me. I really appreciate it. My computer is going through a nervous breakdown right now, so we'll figure this thing out, okay? Otherwise, have a beautiful weekend, guys. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you. No
Thank
worries.
you.
Bye.
Bye.